Hello, how's it going? It's Shanika Faye Kelly back again to talk to my sister, talk to my fellow mother. Today, I would like to talk about releasing the guilt. I struggle real hard, still to this day, struggle just with guilt, thoughts of how I've derailed and messed up my life because this was not the life I painted for myself, No one plans to be a single mama. I mean, but some people might plan to be a single mama, but for the most of us, we don't plan this. It just kind of happens. But what we're going to dive in today is talking about releasing the guilt. And in doing that, most times when you're holding on to guilt, a lot of times that's because it's a mixture of unforgiveness, bitterness, and anger. And in order to free yourself, you must learn how to release all those things. I was real angry for a long time. I was really bitter for a long time, girl. Real bitter. I was very intolerant of men. It just was so much to unpack. We're going to unpack it. But it was just so much to just get through. It took me at least a year and a half to even get past that bitterness, that straight stronghold of bitterness that had took root into my life. And it was so bad, y'all, that for like the first 6 weeks, because my daughter looked so much like her dad, I didn't even want to really touch her. Like, I would literally just look at her and be like, oh my God, like, can I get another one? But then it took a praying mother I had and praying women to come around me and really help bring me through that. So this lady beast that you see right now, I'm still a beast at making y'all, but y'all be praying for me because the girl coming. This lady you see now, I was not always this strong. I had a lot of support, had a lot of friends who came in alongside of me and walked beside me. And I want to encourage you, if you're in isolation, you need to go find some friends, because as a single parent, you ain't going to survive by yourself. And so you really should seek healthy, trustworthy people and friendships to build yourself up. We're not designed to be an island. We are designed to live in community, and that's a huge part of it. If you want to be successful and not just survive being a single mom, you want to thrive and kill it. You're gonna need some people. You're gonna need your Peter, your James, your John. And so my first note right here, y'all, because I got notes. We must forgive ourselves. I struggled with that so long. Like, I was mad at him, but I was mad at myself because I was like, how could I be so stupid? How could I put myself in this situation? And now I got this kid that didn't even ask to be here, and I got her in this crazy, whacked out situation. But in order for me to make the best of it, I had to learn how to, 1, forgive her daddy, 2, forgive myself, because I carried a bucket full of guilt. Just in my mind and in my heart, like this was not supposed to be my life. I didn't ask for this. I was just so bitter, y'all. It was ridiculous. And not only that, I was really angry at my family. I was angry at the church. I was just mad at everybody. When you first become a single mom, a lot of times you are just mad at everybody, and you don't know why. It's because it's just so much going on deep inside of you. You don't even know what's the first thing to tackle. And so I would encourage you, if you're just joining this path, good luck, girl, but you're going to be all right, though. You first must learn how to release the guilt. And in releasing the guilt, you have to release that anger, that bitterness, that unforgiveness, all that. You have to release everything and everyone. This is about to be a new you. A new you is being built. A stronger you, a wiser you. And if you fight against this change that's happening, this metamorphosis that's happening into your life, you'll find yourself going through the same circle. And so in order to release the guilt, you must own your mistakes. Own them. Yes. No one told you to lay down with that guy. We did that on our own accord. And if you were raped, I'm sorry about that, but we chose to keep the baby. So we must own our mistakes. And we must learn the lessons. We must learn the lessons, and a lot of hard lessons to learn, a lot of big pills to swallow. And we don't want to be insensitive, but at the same time, I don't want this to be another tribe or another community where we're just kind of everybody just kind of petting each other and just sob storying, and we're just feeding off each other's fears and angers and sorrows. No, this is more of a support system, a support sisterhood I pick you up. I help you pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I help you get back on your feet. I help you remember who you are. Remember your destiny. Remember your calling. Just because you became a single mom doesn't mean that it forfeits your calling. It never forfeits your purpose. You're supposed to still walk in that thing. Bring that stroller with you. And you walk in your calling and you walk in your purpose. Because you can't quit. Once you become a mom, you can't afford to quit. Ain't no quitting. Your kid needs you. You have a whole life right there. Or little lives, however many you got. You got other people dependent on you. Their future's dependent on you. How far you go is where they're going to start. And the sad part, it could be where they finish. I don't want my daughters finishing where I'm at. No. My daughter's got to kill it. That's just what it is. I'm not having it. She has to be great. She has to be strong. She has to be smart. And granted, I'm going to be a helicopter mama. I'm telling you, I'm going to be out in her business. But at the same time, I let her pick what she want to do and flourish at that. But at the same time, I'm not taking her settling. I've been through too much for her to settle. Therefore, I must pave the way and be the example. So my daughter has no excuse. You must paint that same picture for your children. Your children should not have an excuse. And if you are a single mama who thrive and live off of excuses, use excuses for your crutches, it's time for you to put those crutches down, or better yet, burn the ships. That's the only way that we're able to move forward and conquer, by getting rid of everything that we can possibly go back to. There's no going back. You can't unbe a single mom. It's just what it is. You have to walk in it. And either you're gonna barely survive it, and you're gonna have a life full of misery, and you're just gonna suck at it, and you're gonna forfeit your purpose, abort your purpose, because you're so lazy and you don't want to do the work. Yes, it's work. It's hard trying to overcome this, but you can do it. And come with me. Let's go. We can do this together. So 1, you must own your mistakes. 2, you must learn your lesson. 3, move on. I know he hurt you. I know it seemed like he getting away. I know it seemed like ain't nobody paying for what they did to you. I get it. But in order for you to release yourself, you must move on. You must forgive. Let it go. Meaning, if nothing ever happens to him, you're okay. Why? Because you're not responsible for what happens to him. You're not even responsible for what he did to you. You are responsible for your actions. And if you're choosing to sit here and hold this anger and hold this malice and just be vindictive and trying to get even with this person, you're responsible for that. And as a believer, a follower of Jesus Christ, that's a heavy debt I'm not trying to pay. Why? Because if you don't forgive, how can you expect to be forgiven? We're not perfect. And granted, we didn't ask to be in this situation, but at the same time, we put ourselves in this situation. Therefore, we must learn how to make the best of this situation and build a life. This wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to be living in Phoenix somewhere, on a beach somewhere, just wild and free. I never wanted to be a mother. But at the same time, now that I have my daughter, I could not imagine a life without her. Like, y'all, I about to die when she goes somewhere. I'm like, oh, where my kid? And I was that person who didn't want to be a mom. Like, I was like, no, I'm good. That ain't for me. I'll just be a cool auntie, But I am so grateful to be a mom. And I actually look forward to getting married one day and having a son. Because, kids dope. Like, kids are funny. They bring joy into your life. They make you forget all the stresses sometimes when you're going through it. And so I just want to encourage you that no one is perfect. And also, I need to say this real quick. I know I'm running a little long today. The burden of anger will choke your purpose. You hear that? Carrying around that anger, harboring that anger, the unforgiveness, yeah, but you know what he did to me, all that right there? Guess what? You strangling your purpose. You killing your future. How that's working for you. And so if you want to refuse and be stubborn and just set in your ways, by all means, do your thing. But in this group right here, we're going to hold each other accountable and we're going to push forward. We're going to move forward. Why? Because we called to it. The Lord said, forget those things which are behind you and look forward to your future. The Lord not only has a purpose and a plan for you, it's for your good and for his glory, girl. It is not over for you. Don't you understand? The Lord intentionally placed Jesus into a single mama's situation so he gets it, y'all. He understands. He gets it. He get it. And so we just got to trust in the Lord, obey his word, learn to forgive, learn the lessons from our situation. Stop making the same mistakes. Stop picking Pookie and all them right there. Stop letting the same old dude in your life. Stop spending money you ain't got. Get your financial affairs in order. Take care of your kids. Do your thing. Kill it. Plenty of women did it. So why can't we do it, you know? And also, anger is a murderer of your destiny, of your future. Fear is a liar. So stop listening to it. Call it what it is. Say, fear, you are a liar, and you will no longer continue to plant seeds of doubt into my mind. Because I will be all that God called me to be. I will have everything God said I can have. I will do everything God said I can do. With this baby on my hip and all. How about that? So, in that, this is our first stage of releasing fear and making 2018 one of the start of one of the best years of our life. Why? Because we can do it. Because we are Abba's daughters. We might be single mamas, but guess what? The Lord still got a plan and a purpose for our life. And as long as he still got that, and we know he do, because why? You breathing. As long as he still got that, it's game on. Lady Beast in this thing. I'm killing it. And so I want to invite you to come with me. Let's go. Let's go. And one more thing. Learn how to live at peace as much as possible with your fellow co-parent. Now, that's the challenge right there. I'll tell y'all about my story, how I overcame. Love y'all.